It is the Cassante. There's a lot of picks that are available into it, and there's one we've seen tried and true. It is the Gwen for Invincible.
I love Invincible playing carry champions, as Draw locking in something that is the melee support does make up for that lack of engage and allows Invincible to start dealing that DPS in those team fights. Forcing a flash out of Yucal potentially.
We were asking for the supports to get active, and Draw is the first one to get on the board here. Yucal, you got no way out, and that scream at the beginning didn't give you enough energy because Shadow flashes, and your steadfast presence is unmovable.
All resetting from that wave as Yaya and 1xN was trying to push in, so they saw the bottom lane of TT showing towards that bottom side and just getting this really nice kill into the pockets of Shadow, even getting the flash out of his Azir. And we were talking about how once this Azir gets his first back, he is going to initially get that lane party in the mid lane, so it's really nice to see that NIP is punishing this.
Got the all out onto Invincible here, but Invincible says he wants to take the fight. The last needlework doesn't hit, but Shadow shows up, and that's a thumbs up from the jungler of NIP.
Shadow, and it will secure NIP this first dragon, but looking at the statistics for TT, this is an ongoing trend for this team, is that they have a very low dragon.
Shadow wants to come check it, says, oh, you're doing it. Well, let's fight then. As he got a little bit of trouble brewing, NIP pounce onto Yucal. And TT's out of there because they got Keeper's Verdict. Oh my god, NIP are dominant. Mid lane on the Angel. It does still have his flash and the Spirit Rush available, but there's a dragon up and a fight from NIP brewing. They got movement from Yucal for TT first here in the mid lane. The Angels are going to try to join up. That's a nice double knock up there, and flash already coming out from TT is now they will back away. They've already lost Yao Yao. Emperor's Divide. It's really looking good for NIP so far. They're utilizing the strength of their composition and just pressing at the throats of TT. But Invincible may be in some trouble here. All out into the turret. You didn't think that there was going to be a crazy monkey in the bush either. And that's a big pick out for TT. They finally get a kill here.
Invincible playing a little bit disrespect. I mean, it's going to be really tough to beat TT, letting go a second Rift Herald of this game. So the question is for TT, how much are you willing to give over before you cut the bleeding?
Looks like they might want to move in for a fight. They will not give this one up for free. Engage goes in preemptively from NIP, though. They try to get a big Keeper's Verdict here. Zhuo getting low. He flashes, though. That's kind of big. The Rift Herald.
As they trade a tower.
Yeah, they were able to get a little bit of something back. Something interesting enough, though, I was looking at just now, as the tower does go down. It'll be first tower for NIP. Responded too quickly by TT on the other side. Well, it doesn't have a Hex Flash. That makes me a little sad. I like the Hex Flash, not all those plays. But I think continuing the trend of what we were talking about earlier, you see TT just going for a contest over the blue buff, as it is Invincible taking that tower on the sideline. He will have a free TP now available to come in. Zhuo gets caught by the Emperor's Divide. That just means your support is gone. Keeper's Verdict comes out way too late. Should be Invincible continuously pushing this tier.
I mean, TT did secure this third dragon and denied the soul point, but this Gwen is a little without Baron. It's going to be really hard.
The Calibrum shot, though. We got the reverse TP from Yucal. He wants to try to get a big engage. Doesn't get the angle, though. There's a TP now coming in from Invincible. The Emperor's Divide is all by himself. You got to protect the Emperor. He gets out of there, and they actually pick off Invincible. The knockback comes onto Zhuo, and TT take a huge fight, but now the answer back. Photic kills Yao Yao.
So many ultimates being thrown in this mid lane, but it does seem like NIP, they're finally going to be able to secure this tier 1 tower. Angel's looking for more. He uses his wall to protect his team, but like you've been saying, the hook connects.
Unstoppable, though. Cyclone in. That's a 4-man depth charge. Xiaohuan is out of there, though, and eventually gets picked up by Photic, who still does a ton of damage. NIP end up getting...
They're going to take it with no problem whatsoever. As we all said, how important this Baron meant for this NIP composition, as they now have the siege for this Gwen to work off.
Buying a lot of time with dragon stacking and taking away a couple of those. They have gotten 2 in a row, so that feels good for them. 2 Ocean Dragons in a row does definitely feel good. But
it's a menace, but Xiaohuan, he is cooking, so we have to let him flank.
Man. Oh, Yao Yao, very, very low. I don't know if they have the health bar anymore to commit to this. Xiaohuan, he finds it on the back, gets the Cyclone. It's not enough. Moonlight Vigil right back from Photic. And NIP are ripping them apart. The all-out comes through. Photic gets caught, but the entire time it was that superhero in the top lane. It's Hoya making something happen. for TT. Angel ends with a double kill, ends the dream that there was for TT, and the lead has skyrocketed here in game number 1.
NIP now looking for that mid inhibitor. They're not going to be able to end, as we do have timers coming up in 10 seconds for both the jungle and support of TT. But that was a sandwich within a sandwich, Mazel, as we had Xiaohuan looking for the flank, but they forgot that Invincible on this Gwen was the
struggle to find any sort of cohesion together.
And talking about 30 minutes, Photic just picked up his GA. TT doing a last hurrah, forcing this Baron, but 1xN, he's gone.
He will come right back, but yeah, it resets the positioning of TT. Oh no, you get caught out here, Hoya. You cannot have that happen. And he's just gone. Your top laner's gone. Your bot lane, the answer to Invincible is gone. Everything is
that. Yes, you have great scaling, but you need to also have an even early game, which is exact side.
They have so much vision control on the top side too. The Photic was by himself in mid lane. You can't be there. We're just getting picks back and forth. A TP was actually committed from UCal to clean Photic up. And that's the ADC for NIP gone, and one of their Baron buffs as well. So, does make it out. UCal looking for the aggression here, but they got to deal with the side lane. Invincible takes another tower.
I don't even think TT have enough lockdown to really stop Invincible in this side lane. You see UCal trying to wrap around.
All right, they got the all out here. They're trying to catch him down. The mist makes her invincible, though, maybe a little bit. No, it's not enough. UCal gets the pick. In the end, NIP, they actually went on the backside of this fight to try to rout them. Moonlight Vigil goes wide. NIP, what is going on right now? You got flashes coming out. Lightning crash from 1xN. Hits those concussive blows. And TT pounds on an overextended NIP.
As this inhibitor is going to continue with super minions because it does have, I mean, it will put TT on that timer once again, but Invincible.
And that's an Ocean Soul for a team composition that is already terrifying, Kitty. We actually get the all out from
Attempt
Hoya.
2.
Trying to go attempt 2 here. No Emperor's Divide, but you still got damage, and Invincible gets caught out by UCal for a second time.
And that denies NIP.
That's been multiple fights in a row that the Keeper's Verdict hasn't been able to use.
Angel's trying to look for a wide flank, though. There is a pink ward. Invincible TPing towards the bottom side. He wants to end the game.
He wants to end the game. He's going for it. They got to buy some time. Baron goes
to
Shadow. That just means Invincible ends the game. There's no way UCal is sprinting to try to get away. There is no way they are stopping Invincible. And NIP, they take game 1.
Invincible sprints towards that bottom inhibitor just like the cameraman sprinting, because we all did not expect Shadow to steal that Baron away from TT and take this game 1. But that also requires him to be ahead in that early game, so we need a lot of early aggression coming out of both the support and jungle of TT.
And we saw that in game number 1, a little bit favored for Jwo, but we did get that Cassante locked in for an IP this time while they were on blue side. Still have a very strong pick in the top. The answer.
Escape with, so being NIP, they want to look for this first Rift Herald, which they can potentially force because
there's a wave crashing for Angel in mid lane. He won't be able to join for a little bit. Looks like he's going to go forego that. They're going to TP in double from both sides. Now we got the big Moonlight Vigil, but it's not enough just yet. Xiaohuan Ren goes down, but he gets that dragon as huge stuff. He's still alive, but he finally goes down at the end. You got a nice little pick out from Angel. Heals up a decent amount, and you got a ton of members streaming forward for
NIP. Not going to get the charge, and TT, they're starting the dragon.
All right, we'll see 5,000 health just about. TT in a weird position. They don't really have 1xN except for a jump over the wall. 4,000 health here. They go in for the engage from NIP. They find Yao Yao already. That's huge. They can't get 1xN on the side. Big engage from Hoya. Lightning Crash comes in. You gotta watch 1xN. 1xN is so big here, but you gotta be a little bit careful. Re-engage. UCal able to get out of there. Angel, all the Spirit Rush charges down here. So a reset of the fight. Full health bars coming in. I don't know if they know this. They didn't know. He goes back in. They're trying to take down the unstoppable Malphite, but he does get out with a beautiful flash out. Emperor's Divide from UCal. That makes the difference. You stuck around way too long, NIP. And they capitalize on it.
TP's back and took all the abilities from NIP once again, and that does allow for UCal and 1x and to find the angles to be spawning in 20 seconds. So NIP, maybe they can do a sneaky 20-minute Baron force and get TPs out of UCal.
Aspects where 1xN and Photic will rise in priority.
And you see, having the plates going into 1xN's hands, he is sitting on his Hurricane now.
Engage tools, and we have second items being completed. TT, with that being said, want to go all the way in. That will be a big engage from TT, but they get Shadow out with the wild growth. That's huge from Dwo, and now Invincible around the corners getting gunned down by 1xN. You got to be a bit careful. Angel, he wants it. He's got the resets of the Spirit Rush. He's got that charm, but he's all by himself now. He can't get out of that one. It's traded back. Hope it was worth it.
It's a 1-for-1 trade, but thinking about NIP, they can flip the Baron. They have the TP available for Angel. There is a wave in that top side. He's TPing onto the control ward.
Yeah, Xiaohuan Ren is nowhere nearby, not even coming here. The Dragon was more important, and Yao Yao misses the message and just gets caught out. The rest of TT might too. They're just trying to hard force this fight. Lightning Crash comes through though. Shadow in the pit trying to get this Baron. The fight continues. 1xN gets dragged back. Photic takes him out. Baron goes to NIP. Was the Dragon soul point worth it? As the big unstoppable force comes through from Hoya, he's able to pick down Dwo, but here comes Shadow to clean up the house. Xiaohuan Ren, you just have to watch as your team gets picked apart.
Mazel.
Was the Dragon worth it? I don't know if it was. You get so much pressure now with the Baron buff. If they can capitalize here, that's huge though. This is big, and this makes it worth it. The reset has come through. The depth charge means that Invincible is locked down, and that's a double kill for UCal.
And UCal trying his damn hardest to kill and 1xN as they are executing these front to backs perfectly. Dragon Soul spawning in 5 seconds now, but look at Invincible.
Oh, they got the long con. UCal gets engaged on the crown. Will go down. They might find this. Mahoya goes in for that engage. Yao Yao, he will fall, but now you're getting the resets potentially here. They can't step up just because of the threat. And Dragon.
Numbers advantages. Yao Yao has to walk back.
Shadow's looking for a long con. Shadow over the wall. He found UCal. He got him, but the crown came up at the last second. That's actually so huge. And now you might actually get the resets coming through. Xiaohuan Ren, that's a soul for them. And a double kill for 1xN. A step-up moment from TT as they claim soul.
UCal is just absolutely untouchable this entire game, and that's Dragon.
But specifically UCal. We talked so much about this guy in game number 1 and how positive he has been for TT. We did not get that performance in game 1.
Bringing this second game to a close 1-1 series, but we'll have to wait and see because you have to seal the deal. There's still a chance that NIP comes back into this game, but it has to be through Angel and it has to be through those charms and getting. And now UCal sitting on full build, pretty much 10 stacks on that Dark Seal, level 18 as well. You're gonna have to. Brazier is dead, but look how much damage they do to the towers now. Yao Yao.
Ooh, a little bit of an overextension from Yao. That's a couple times this game. We've seen him take those dredge lines that maybe he shouldn't have. Shadow's looking for a long con over the side. You do have Hoya looking on a flank Angel, a little bit late to get to the fight. You got Hoya wanting to find an engage, goes in, they lock him down, Invincible. He gets the all out though, he's still alive, and now Xiaohuan is down. You got the GA completed from Shadow that comes up clutch, but he still follows immediately the opposing jungler. You had a bit of a tussle, but UCal gets charmed.
Having the best guns for this team fight. It's all down to this.
Angel tries to go for it, gets the charm, but then connection. They found Photic, he goes golden. It's almost Yao Yao going down. He does go down. Reset for the Spirit Rush for Angel. They find Hoya, damage down, he goes golden. Look at UCal, look at 1xN. They are the saving grace. Big engage, and they find it. But on the back line goes the rest of NIP. TT, they find everything they needed as 1xN and UCal step up to the plate and knock out a home run.
UCal TPing towards his mid lane. Shadow being the remaining member of NIP is also going to fall as well. This was such a chaotic game, Mazel, and they're bringing it to 3.
We're getting multiple, almost 40-minute games. These teams are going long. They're putting everything here. And TT rise from the dead of game number 1 to give us a series and push NIP to 3 games in their home arena.
It all started with UCal, and it had to be UCal in this game too. Doubling down with the exact same composition in those. Like the Scion for Invincible, but we'll have to wait and see. No, I forgot about the Gnar, and I really enjoy Invincible's Gnar because I feel like he's one of our only Gnar players in the LPL that has a strong presence going that Hull Breaker and start split pushing towards that late game, which does pull a lot of attention from the opposing teams. 2 enchanters, so it's all going to be up to Shadow and Xiaohong in their isolated matchup.
Oh, tried to get the angle of the wall there. Can't find it, so you lose a little bit of that damage profile. You
The
also
flash.
have first move from UCal. Big flash, though, as he wants that fight one-on-one. Shadow, you got to take it. You got to go for it, as it's huge for Xiaohong Red. If he can get this one, flash from Shadow. It gets the shield. UCal's just trying to make it over here. It's a 1v1 on different sides. And will UCal finally get over here? The flash, hammer fall comes down. First blood for TT.
And Xiaohong forces Shadow cooking something up with this Hex Flash.
Hex Flash, beautifully timed, and no mana for UCal means a dead mid laner and a thumbs up from Shadow.
Huge. Jesus Christ, this is great because Shadow's back in chaos.
Oh, we're going right back to the fight, but it's all 3 members of TT who are pouncing right now at Shadow, just running away for his life, but won't be able to find it. UCal wants to get the kill.
It
Get
missed.
the end of it, and it's actually going to be Hoya who gets it. So UCal, a little bit of a sad face. He's smiling. Find that angle. Invincible hasn't gotten any stacks up for his Mega Gnar, but they're going to go for it on the Angel. Angel flashes, though,
UCal's
beautifully
dead.
done. It's such a split. It's 2v1 on both sides. Who's going to go down first? UCal, will you survive? Angel, will you survive? UCal goes down first. Angel quickly to follow. Trade of the mid laners, and now maybe a 2v2 here. Shadow actually
You don't wanna
stops
be
his back
re-looking
because
for that, do you,
Invincible
Shadow?
has the Mega Gnar. Here comes Shadow, and he has that damage. No, he can't get it. Beautiful flail swing from Xiaohong Red, and that's a catch out and a half on Invincible. They actually might be able to clean this one up. He's about to go in mini Gnar, though. He has that speed, but here was the fight.
Invincible was still trying to get that Mega Gnar from the stacks, but this
Whoa.
was just both. Oh, Invincible just died in the solo lane from that top side. As
Happened. Unfortunate circumstances from Invincible. He just gets caught.
this is Q3 hits, and he doesn't turn into Mega. Oh, he does turn into Mega Gnar, but
Whoa.
there's so much
What?
damage. 30C NIP putting up the little white flag as their bottom duo moves towards that mid lane, and they are going to start putting that vision towards the Rift Herald.
Herald.
But, like I said, looking for that T2 mid
Oh,
tower.
they're going to try to save him.
UCal's
They
dead.
can't. There's no way.
But you know what else is dead? I think Xiaohong in a bit of trouble.
They're stepping up.
Xiaohong is way too low to contest for the Shadow, looking for more.
Shadow going for the mechanical outplay here as that steadfast presence, but 1xN is dealing the damage as he does move out of that charm. Here comes the combo of the Zeri Yumi gunning down 5 members. You overstayed your welcome here. He's going down. Breath of Life did come through. Yuyanja will fall as well, and Photic picks up the kills. NIP go to Dragon.
And that's a buy one, get one free as 1xN, he was cracking Angel's ankles, I guess, but Photic had enough of this area and just ordered him to death. But that was a bit of an overplay from TT. You saw the outshining his teammates.
I got a question though. Do we need to bring this team? Like literally 1xN was by himself with Yuyanja, and NIP don't pull the trigger on that. They now are going to try to force the Baron.
And cleanse available, flash available. UCal, you don't want to be there.
UCal's off. He is gone, and NIP go right back to the objective they had already started. Dragon did go over, but TT need to get here and contest this.
We've seen this before. We've seen the flip from TT as 1xN. He's still trying to make his way up as Xiaohong. He's arrived.
He has arrived. He's around the back of the pit here as well. Has that vision, knows what to do going in, but they just want to take the fight. Photic steps forward with that Infernum. Moonlight Vigil onto all of them, and a flash over the wall from Shadow. Keeper's Verdict and everything used, as now it's actually the Steadfast Presence, rather, keeping them locked down. It was an ace for
And Angel, once again, on this Ahri, was able to secure that charm onto him where he wasn't able to flash away, forcing that numbers advantage. And
Ari actually moving on to Xiaohong Red, and Shadow providing that distraction as Invincible is just bearing down. And we said at the beginning of the draft, this is a comfort zone. Get caught out, but you already see those records coming down in terms of a second tower taken, and something that...
I mean, Photic is just free hitting in this mid lane, not getting contested at all.
could just look for the end here. If this goes as a snowball, that's huge. Look at Photic popping off here with this Inferno every time. You got to push the bottom lane as well. Baron for another 45 seconds. This is looking like multiple inhibs for NIP.
UCal is still available though, so they do have slight wave clear, so I don't think NIP, they can force an end here, but they can potentially look for it. Xiaohuan throwing
They're
the
just
ultimate
trying to
out.
distract. They're trying to stop it here as the Meganar was used, but doesn't push Hoya back. They're still fighting. They're still going. All out gets used on a Shadow. Shadow's in the middle of their Nexus space and goes down anyways. It's a focus on the towers right now from NIP. They're just going to finish the game. They deny the reverse sweep from TT, and they will deny them another win. 5-3, man. It's incredible for Ninjas in Pyjamas.
It's insane to think that NIP was able to come back from such a scrappy early game. Angel and Invincible were nuts, and Photic on the Affiliates 3 games in a row, stepping up as that superstar.